Hello, my name is Carlos, and I'm here to talk to you about racism. Racism is an issue that is around the world. It makes people feel unsafe, attacked, violated, and disrespected. Counts of racism can be seen through many things, some of which are the school systems in the United States. The percentage of minorities in lower quality schools is nationally higher than the percentage of white people in lower quality schools. This means that people of color are less likely going to get the proper education they need. And the amount of quality teachers and other quality administrators are limited in these types of schools as well. Which means that with the lack of education support in these schools, it causes for minorities and people of color to fall behind other students who attend quality schools regularly. But there is other scenarios where racism can be seen. This scenario revolves around the way police are viewing minorities and people of color. For example, one day there was a kid named Zion Agostini who was walking home from school one day with his older brother and remembers seeing a black person getting pulled over by a cop for relatively minor offenses. Everything was handled appropriately until the cops started to harass the black guy and put him in handcuffs. This event that occurred shouldn't have ended the way it did since it was just minor offenses. Going forward from this, I want to talk about how racism affects the body. Studies have shown that people who experience racism end up getting very stressed out. And this amount of stress gained from racism results in even more problems, such as high blood pressure and weaker immune systems. The effects of racism lead to other harsh problems as well, some of which include doing drugs, smoking, eating unhealthy, and even drinking. The reason for this is because racism can cause people to feel depressed, which results in people drinking and smoking to try and calm themselves down over it. But smoking doesn't actually calm you down since it raises your heartbeat. And for eating unhealthy foods, this relates to racism since some people cope with their depression or issues through eating food, and that's not good. These are just some of the effects of racism that people face in the world. Racism shouldn't be a worldwide issue. It needs to be solved, and one way I think this can be solved is by parents teaching their kids about the dangers of racism and how it affects the way people are viewed as well as treated in the world. That way, when those kids grow up, they can teach their own kids, and this will be something that is taught continuously from generation to generation. Another way I think racism could be solved is by more people spreading awareness for racism through attending protests and rallies. That way, people can see how racism is affecting the people in the world. These are the ways I think racism can be solved. And if these regards are met, then it would result in a world where people are treated equally and viewed equally no matter what race they are. Following this, it would allow for minorities to feel accepted and not scared of what is to happen sometime in the future. For instance, a police pulling them over, etc. Now, I think all of you guys should try to help us get racism ended by viewing people's personalities over their race and attending a rally or protest to show that you care about our country's people. You can even post about this matter through social media if you like. This is the end of my speech. Thank you for your time. I hope you learned something from it, and have a good day.